Warning. The content in this podcast contains some explicit language which may be offensive to some listeners and may be inappropriate for children. Therefore, the content in this podcast is intended for a mature audience only.
So, when'd you fall in love with hip-hop? Right here, what we're gonna do is go back.
This is Mocha T, this is Capri.
This is Mika.
And this is Dante.
And it's cold as hell. Is hell cold?
Probably not.
We always say cold. I we say cold as hell.
Because hell ain't nowhere near damn
It ain't
cold.
nowhere near cold.
So this is cold like what? Antarctica is cold.
Shit, it's just cold.
Yeah,
it went from 75 to 72 to 39.
No,
32.
No, it went lower than that. It was like
20-something today.
20-something today. On my deal, it said 17 is going to be the low. But today, it was 27 when I took them to school.
That's
or
ridiculous.
Yeah, to go
Because
from
yesterday
like 50
was
degrees.
warm as shit. I mean, it was warm.
It was warm. It was nice.
Yes, it was.
I thought I was going to get up today and go wash my car, and I said, I'm not.
Because
I did because I didn't even.
Oh, you must
Well, I
not
guess
watch
because
the
I
news.
clearly I didn't. Well, y'all know I don't watch the news, but I hadn't checked the weather, and then I was like, okay. So this morning I got up and it was cold, like colder in the house than usual. So I looked at the weather and was like, damn, it's 32 degrees outside. Guess I ain't washing no car.
Cold.
Good thing I got it all the stuff out the car yesterday though while it was warm. Because it might not have got clean.
Okay.
Hold on, because when it get cold outside, I do not clean out nobody's car.
That wind was kicking like, oof. I was like, this morning I woke up, I'm like, what the hell?
I'm so happy I didn't have to go nowhere till just now.
Girl, you be thankful.
Yeah, thankful.
Shit. Because
Didn't
my
have to drop
ass was
nobody
up
off.
at 5-something this morning.
I've been in the
So-
bed all day. I dropped the kids off and came back, and I just been watching movies. I watched the whole season of a movie like a series on Black Urban Network or whatever.
Okay.
So it ain't nothing y'all ever. Yeah, ain't nothing y'all ever heard of. But no, the Paula J. Parker lady, she was in the movie, and like a couple other people, like known actors and actresses, were in the movie. So, but it's still like a low budget kinda.
Yeah.
So I watched that today, and then I caught up on Greenleaf.
I can actually tolerate some of your low budgets on the Urban Movie Channel.
It came up on my little timeline on Facebook yesterday, 7 days free. I said, I might do it. I might do
It's
the little.
$5.
Yeah, it's $5 a month.
I watched one last night. I watched two last night. This one called Birthday Behavior. That one was pretty good.
I was going to watch that.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like about like a group of friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
figured it looked good. Like from the little advertisement, it looked good. So I was like, I figured I was going to try to watch that one.
Girl, then I tried to watch another one after that, but it was so low budget. Like her head, the top part of everybody's head was cut off.
Oh,
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I just said I ain't even gonna be able to do this. Not tonight. I don't need this type of foolery.
Whoever was filming this was not right.
I don't know, or the editing, or they ran out of money. I don't know, but girl, her head was
How
cut
do you
off.
run out of money? All you got to do is just pull the camera back. That ain't even money.
I don't know.
That's just the fact that you don't know what you're doing.
Girl, who knows?
Ain't no telling. But no, I stayed and watched. So I committed myself yesterday because was it Saturday? Saturday I was with Kayla all day. So then yesterday I cleaned house all day. And then today I watched Lil Jon. And then, I don't know if y'all have ever watched Rising Dion. It's on Netflix.
I heard it was really good.
It is really good.
You like it? Okay.
So I've been watching that series.
See, I
It's
don't do
like a few
Netflix. I don't watch that
episodes. Girl,
You
it's
don't?
good.
I mean, I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do,
I just don't do TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, period. Once I get home,
Yeah.
we eat, I go to bed.
I'm like that too.
I am too, except for when, like, I guess when you have days like this,
Yeah.
when I ain't doing a whole
Because
lot
I was
of
off
nothing.
on Friday and then had Saturday
And I don't ever have them kind of days too
Yeah.
much, so.
Yeah, I was off on Friday too. So I was off all day Friday, and then spent all day Saturday with Kayla, and then Sunday cleaned house, and then today. I mean, it was like the perfect weekend for that
I mean, it
weekend.
was.
Well, I feel like my weekend was kind of hijacked by that man because he was over here pretty much Friday, a good part of Friday, and then Saturday he was here like literally almost all day Saturday, and then he was supposed to come back yesterday and today.
That sucks. Like, having people in your house, like, repairing stuff. Because, like, when they was fixing their bathroom, I was like, they need to hurry up and get out.
And my shit still ain't fixed at my house.
Really?
So go figure that. Girl, I'm just like, but I ain't got time, you got to come around my schedule, and I really ain't got a lot of time. Shit.
Well, I was frustrated because he told me, like they all tell you, it'll be one day. I'll be finished in one day. He was like, I'm going to have multiple people over here helping me, and it'll go by fast. Well, what turned into a supposedly one-day job is now going to be like a 3-day job.
You know what irritates the hell out of me, though, is when, like, you come home and they just sitting in the car outside. What the fuck is you sitting outside in the car for 2 hours?
Well, I wasn't leaving. And so, they took, I told you, I think I called you, at the beauty shop. But when they took that whole door frame off, it was termites at one point in time. And so he didn't want to put the new door and stuff back on there until I got something. And so then that's when I called her and was like, where you at? Because my brother had to get back to work. And then I ended up calling one of my male friends, and I asked him, and he ended up bringing me some, this stuff called Demon. Like an insect killer or whatever you put off in there. So
you couldn't go nowhere?
I could have. I wasn't leaving. They was like, do you want to run to Ace? I didn't have no door on.
Everything but wasn't nobody here.
No.
Okay.
And so he wanted me to leave, and I guess wanted me to leave him here, and that wasn't happening.
Exactly.
And so that's when I called her and was like, where you at? And then I called, my male friend, one of my male friends or whatever.
She was like, you ain't shit. You ain't available. But I had told her before I went I was going to get my hair done.
Yeah, one of my male friends came through, and he brought me some.
I'm like, this damn do not disturb. They didn't have nothing to do with it. I told you I was going to be at the...
When you need her, you call her, and her shit is on do not disturb. That irritates my soul.
But your phone must be on do not disturb all day.
All the time.
It's on all the time. It's so annoying. So.
Well, you know what? I sent out a message and told y'all. I don't know if I sent it out. I feel like I sent it out to everybody and said, because somebody said that they seen a meme that said, people that had a phone on do not disturb at night do not give a fuck about nobody. So if you hang up and call me right back, then you can get through.
I ain't doing all that. Unless, well, maybe if I really need
I didn't even know why I do that. I'm like, why do I do that?
Go straight to voicemail.
Mm-hmm. But I don't keep my, like, if you call me at night, I ain't gonna get that either. My stuff, it stay on vibrate all day.
Yeah, I keep mine on silent to vibrate.
So, I mean, if you send something or you call, I'm just gonna have to get it when I wake up at 5 something.
Right.
See? Well, and then the other thing is my phone, I'm gonna have to upgrade, I guess. Because my ringer don't work. Because I can't turn my ringer on. The thing it don't let me push it up no more. So it just vibrate now. So hopefully I ain't too sleep or I got it to sleep in the car. I mean, it ain't going to matter either way because it's just going to vibrate. And unless I hear it, I ain't going to do nothing. So I'm going to have to get into the phone anyway. It's usually what I do is I have it on Do Not Disturb because my family knows that if you hang up and call it right back, then you can get back, you can get into me. So I'll have it on like the ringer on so I can hear it. So if it's an emergency, they know, hang up, call right back, and it'll go through. Or whatever. So, but right now I can't even do nothing with that because it's just going to vibrate.
Girl.
So I ain't going to hear it till in the morning.
Any damn way. Oh, well.
So
once I get off, I don't even, if we ain't talked, if you calling, it don't even matter.
Right.
Girl, once I get to that house, and
Well, see, and I think of it like this because the most important part of things in my life is is my kids.
Exactly.
And they at home with me.
Yeah.
So
as long as they okay.
As long as they all right, everybody else is gonna have to wait till the next day. I mean,
Exactly.
It's gonna have to wait. So I kind of just got to that point. I know that sounds real bad, but I disconnect from the world, and hopefully don't nothing happen that it's just so tragic that I need to should have been there right then.
Girl.
But
please.
Most times, everybody I know, y'all tucked away at y'all's houses.
Exactly.
And so I'll find out what's going on when I, get there tomorrow. Or get the message tomorrow. And please don't wake me up out of my sleep telling me somebody died. Lord, I hate that too.
Girl, please don't tell me that either. Girl, shit.
Let me sleep through the night and wake up the next day.
Yes.
And figure it out.
Girl, my weekend was extra busy. Extra busy.
Yes, you were in Dallas.
Yes.
How did they do? They look so good.
Because Friday I had to do, Jaden was the only one. She still had practice. Nobody, stand battle had practice still. So she still had dance practice. Saturday, I had to get up at 5, some 6. Girl, get situated to go out of town. Girl, was there all damn day. Fucking all day. Dance competitions is all day. You don't have to worry about doing nothing. I mean, that's your all day thing. By the time you leave there, it started at 3. It was over at 10. You leave there, Girl, I ended up, I had to take one of my, dance parents, because her car messed up, to her uncle's house. He was about 40 minutes away. And my hotel was 20 minutes away from there. So shit, by the time I got to that damn hotel, nigga, me and Jaden went straight to sleep. Girl, they had asked me because I was going to pick them up, they was going to meet me at the hotel, come to the hotel the next day to leave. So they was like, are you going to sleep in? I was like, yes. Like, I'm not getting up. I'm not leaving until checkout. Girl, and then I had, I took them to the mall or whatever, so it was cool. But girl, I was so ready to get back.
What time did I get back yesterday, finally?
Girl, about 7. We got back probably about 7. Girl, I said, Jay, I got home. I said, Javion, girl, go get me something to eat. Girl, and after that, I went straight to sleep.
Understandable.
Girl, I was like, I was like, I was tired. Girl, but it was cool. They was pissed off. They took third. And open dance. So, Jay was like, did nobody come down here to take no third place? Girl, so she had a little attitude. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well,
girl, you don't always
making
get first.
that good sacrifice, Jesus. I was looking at that. I was like, ooh, man could be traveling all over the place.
Oh, yes.
Jaden better never say her mama was never there.
Okay. Girl. And that's just, girl.
And it's year-round.
Yes, year-round.
It ain't like a seasonal thing. It ain't like, okay, it start this season and it's done at this season.
Year-round, girl. Somebody told me, one of Javion's best friends' mama told me the other day, girl, you travel all the time for them kids. She said, you really love them babies. I said, and watch them put me in a nursing home. Girl, they gonna put me in a nursing home, tell me.
It's funny. We got a meme the other day, me and my sister. I sent to my sister because I thought it was funny. And my mama probably didn't think it was as funny as we thought it was. Because, girl, it was a group message me and my mama and my sister was in. It said, I'll never put my mom in a nursing home. She just have to live with my sister.
Girl, she probably did. She probably know. Girl, shoot.
I sent it to my sister, so my sister responds and says, no, you the sister. And so we going back and forth. I said, no, I sent the meme, so you the sister. So my mama responds like, see, y'all got me.
Exactly. Okay.
I said, well, we got Maya, so, it's still a third sister.
You ain't got another sister?
Girl, she got her adopted baby. That is our third sister.
Oh, duh, got you.
Right.
Yes.
That's our third sister. You got Maya, so if all else fails between the two of us,
you got
one more to work on. See?
Hopefully. You better work on her hard. Okay.
I mean, all this you doing for her at this point, you better build her right on up, make sure she good and loyal. Up. Baby.
Because I'm like, ooh, my baby, ooh, they work me.
Yeah.
They work me.
So, as always, if you notice, it's just me and Mika.
Yeah, Dante get up and do.
She probably back there eating.
Yes. Dante get up. She gonna come in here with a freaking calzone in her mouth.
She gonna be just sucking her teeth here in a minute when she comes back.
Is so.
Look at
That don't make no damn sense.
In there eating. Why did we know you was in there eating?
Because I had to get it while I could get it.
Y'all
know my kids be eating up all the food.
You should probably eat before we get here.
Exactly.
Hey, wait, I didn't have that thing.
It don't matter. She gonna get up and go use the bathroom. She gonna get up and go get some wash. That nigga.
Y'all got
that nigga get out. She be gone every time at least 10 minutes after.
I was proud of her last week because she did not get up like that. She did get up.
I didn't have that much to drink.
But she didn't get up like she usually do. Just you have to look over and be like, okay, so we're going to keep talking, just me and Mika. We're going to eventually walk into a question. But I don't want to walk into a question without asking everybody in there. I know people be like, why do I just hear Mika and Dante and Capri?
I'm sorry, y'all.
They always think Dante just don't talk much. Nigga, no, she's not her. It's not that Dante is not the talker. She's not in the room.
I'm not a talker either, though.
But Dante, you don't be her. When they hear just me and Capri, it ain't because you ain't her. I mean, you ain't talking. Niggas, because you ain't her.
Right.
I'm going to get better.
It's okay. Yeah. We need you on next Monday to pee. Before. You get a 1 drink limit.
Don't take that damn water pill.
Right.
I'm not. I took the water pill. That was the problem.
Okay.
You can't take no water pills.
I took it before I left work.
So just don't do it Monday.
Right.
I'm not.
Next Monday you cannot be no water pills.
I'm not.
All right.
I got it under control.
Yeah.
I promise.
So, question: what's the difference between being flirty and being friendly?
Well, that's a good one.
I think flirty is intentional. You're intentionally trying to flirt with this man, trying to get his attention. You want him to notice you. Being friendly is just could be a part of your personality.
You don't think being flirty could be a part of somebody's personality?
It's part of mine.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm flirty as hell.
And
Not on purpose, but and then the more I drink,
oh, we know.
the more flirty I become.
But even when I'm being flirty, it might not even be somebody. It's 9 times. Even sometimes when I'm being flirty, it ain't even somebody that I would even give second thoughts to. You know what I'm saying? Even mess with. But I just flirt with. I just be flirty.
Just because.
It's just because.
Right.
Sometimes it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just. It's just. I think it's just the personality thing. I'm friendly, but I'll be flirty too. It's just being. Like, hey, yeah.
So where do you draw the line between being too flirty, like? Because I think some people take it as in you just stay in everybody's face. And it's not that, because if I'm, okay. So the other thing is, I think some people take, like, being friendly as being flirty. So, like, when I'm sober, I'm probably just being friendly.
I think it's a thin line, though.
It's probably a really thin line.
I think it's a thin line between being friendly and being flirty. I really do.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Why?
Just because sometimes some guys may think just because you're talking to him and having a conversation, maybe I'm being a little too friendly because, maybe he's cute or whatever, but I'm not necessarily flirting with him.
You don't have to necessarily be cute for me to be friendly.
Me
either. Like,
I'm just saying I'm friendly to everybody, but if the dude say if he extra cute, I might be a little more friendly or giddy.
You're flirty at that point.
Or maybe probably lightweight flirty.
You're flirty.
You're flirty at that
right.
point. You're not being friendly.
Probably at that point.
You can definitely tell the difference of me being friendly versus being flirty.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like where you be like, is she flirting? You're going to know that I'm being kind of flirty. And my thing, I don't flirt when I get drunk. Or I don't get drunk, I guess. So
we've yet to see you drunk.
Yeah, I don't get drunk.
I had one time, but I was so drunk
you
myself
was drunk.
that I didn't remember. That's when we were on the party bus. Did you ever see that picture, Mika?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was crazy. And that's the only time I've ever been drunk. And I woke up that next day like, if it ever gets to it, because I remember everything up until the point we parked that damn party bus. And it was over with. I don't know what the hell happened. I think the air hit me. And everything was like boom.
But we all.
Yes.
It did.
Yes.
All of us.
Once I got off the party bus, I don't remember nothing. Let me not say that because I remember my sister calling my husband like, I can take her home, but I can't get in. Y'all's alarm is on. So he was like, you got to come get me, so I can, because he was, somewhere else. And, she told her, like, why would you go get him? Why you just didn't take me to your house?
and let you on your couch.
Yeah, just let me sober up, girl. And I remember him fussing at me the whole way home. And I kept on saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. So, yeah, after that, I was like, if I can't remember, yeah, I won't be able to get drunk. Because I need to remember everything. I don't,
Right.
But, when I get drunk, I get probably extra friendly, which is extra flirty.
No, you get flirty. It's a difference.
It comes across like I like everybody that I'm talking to, but I don't even remember half the people I talk to, or even half the people, like I ain't gave nobody my number. See, I ain't got so drunk that I give people numbers that I don't remember. Like, I don't do none of that. I just talk to you. Like, I mean, and the crazy part is if I probably would talk to you, even if like I would not talk to you. And if I drink enough, I'm gonna be real friendly to you, and I don't even talk to you. Like I probably wouldn't even like on a normal, regular basis. I wouldn't say nothing to you. But if I'm drunk enough, I say anything. I mean, that's how you know I'm just friendly, extra friendly,
extra friendly. We know.
Extra friendly, talking to me. But I don't want nobody to take it that way because I ain't going home with nobody unless I go home with who I'm supposed to go home with. If I ain't supposed to go home with you, I ain't going home with you. Not on drunk nights. No.
No, that don't mean, and just because you being flirty doesn't mean that you.
But I think some people think that
flirting doesn't actually relate to sex. Like I said, I flirt with people, just flirty. You know how you just flirting, and I don't plan on. I don't even plan on giving you my number, nothing like that. I just might be flirting. Like a man at a store might hold a door open for me, and just because he said hey or something, I'd be like, hey, it might be being a little flirty, but I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Right.
And that's it. That's all. I ain't finna give you my number, none of that. You ain't
right.
No point in asking me for it. It's okay to just be flirty and keep it pushing.
Yeah. So that's me. When I'm drunk, I'll be friendly, flirty, but I ain't going home with nobody. Don't ask me
I'll
to
get
do
my
nothing.
number out though. I'm real free with my number.
Oh, we know.
I know.
I'm really free with my. I mean, just in general, I'm just free.
I'm
with
not.
my number. And I shouldn't be as free, but I'm free.
I don't like that because
I might be like tell somebody like no.
I be so bad that
I
people give me their numbers and before they ain't walked away quick enough. Especially when people set you up. Because people set you up. So what happens is I done been called like a bitch to my face because like when you turn people down and you tell people no thank you. You think you all that. You ain't shit. You blah, blah, blah. So to avoid that whole scenario, I just give you the number. Because people do stuff like, especially if you hold your phone.
To a point now that we over 30 and 40, like, men ain't like, bitch, fuck you, you ain't shit. And if I say I don't want to give you my number.
If it moves,
I know you can't have a nice
it moves you quicker out of my face, too, if I just give you the number and move
you
on.
Quick and be like, nice meeting you, because I'm quick to do that. Now, what was your name?
I used to just have a
me.
friend or something.
Like, people say something and say, like, I know they flirting or whatever, and I'm shrinking, no, can't give you my number. But I'm like, what's your name? Nice meeting you, though.
Right.
Nice
meeting you. Yeah.
I'm going to keep it pushing.
So, for me, it's just easier to get you out of my face because you want something. So, then you give me your number, and if I'm holding my phone. So, if I'm not holding my phone, it's easier.
You think you don't have a cell phone?
No, I could just give you a number. No, I could just give you a number and you can't call it. But if I'm holding my phone, then I have to give you the number because then they want to call the number. Did you get my number? You got my number? Let me see.
I'm calling you. Nigga, you ain't gotta call me. Shit. That's my other phone and it's in the car. It's like, no.
I'm gonna call you. Okay. So then I just automatically, like, your number come up and I just block you.
How many people do you have on your block list? Because you're always talking about blocking somebody.
She do. I always talk about blocking somebody.
I don't even know because I don't count.
I just block, like, bill collectors. Like, I ain't got to block. I ain't blocking no other numbers.
I block a lot of numbers. I do, because I block folks from jump. Like, from the very first time that I meet you.
There's no point.
I usually don't block people. I just stop responding.
It is. It's no point, Mika, but for me, that's the easier out for me. That's an out for me because I can give you my number. I don't have to have this conversation.
And you rather give them your number and then they be like, you gave me your number.
No, because they don't see, because it's the thing.
They gonna see you again.
No, because if they do, I don't remember them.
But they gonna remember you. Like, Capri is not a hard name.
No, I don't always tell them Capri. I tell them Kim or something different. And then I just give them a number. Give my number.
Kim, you remember I met you at they know your face like me and no. Like, Kim, remember we met at...
No, because I ain't never... Because, see, the thing is, thank God, I've never run into nobody that I got their number and then they ran into me later and I had their number. So, like, example, this guy walked up to me. I'm at the gas station. He was being real friendly. And I'm trying to get gas. I done just finished working. I'm trying to just walk. I'm trying to leave. So I'm standing there pumping gas. I'm in the state car. There's nothing I can do. He wants to talk. First, he wanted me to sign his petition. It was what he originally came over there for. Then he was like, I usually don't do this, but you're so beautiful and the gas still pumping. And all I'm thinking is, hell, this gas ain't pumping quick enough. I'm ready to go. Because he getting ready to go into, can I have your number? Well, at the time, I'm standing at the pump with my phone in my hand.
Which is dangerous as shit. But go ahead.
But I'm just standing there with my... So he was like, so put my number in your phone.
Okay.
So I gave him my phone. I let him put his number in my phone. Then he called himself. So he would have my number.
Are you fucking sick?
People
do that now.
Yes. I handed my phone to you, first of all.
No. Well,
but now like people do.
The gas
I'm calling you now.
Mika, the gas was still pumping. Like, I'm still standing. This is the longest gas pumping that is going on. And he put his number in my phone. He called himself. I got finished pumping the gas. He was like, and my name is, I don't even remember the boy's name. And I said, okay, well, it's nice to meet you. He said, I'll talk to you soon. I said, okay. As soon as I got in the van, before I even started the car, I blocked him. No, I'm not talking to you. I don't even want to have the whole try to get around conversation, try to figure out nothing.
Just tell him no.
I usually just say I have a boyfriend. If I don't want to give it to him, I just be like, I have a boyfriend.
Well, I don't want you to find me on social media and find out I ain't got no boyfriend.
It ain't that serious. On social media, it ain't you might not.
But so it don't matter that I block them. That's my method. It just worked for me.
But if you have a boyfriend and it's like they not gonna bother you because they know you got a man.
Well, some of them still do. Don't act like you ain't ever told nobody you got a man, and they be like, "Well, your man
They
ain't
definitely
me."
do.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it depends on where you go. Listen, it was nice meeting you, though. That's me. I'm gonna cut it off again.
Right.
It was nice meeting you, though.
Well, you got a man. I mean, now I got a man work sometimes because then I could just say I got a man and keep walking, and you don't. But I didn't have folks damn near run me down.
Girl,
Tripping behind.
I got a husband. Well, you need a boyfriend.
Right.
How
well, you can't have friends. Your man don't let you have friends. No,
Why don't
he
you
don't.
call him and ask him?
Well, no, he don't. Well, you sure? Because okay, here. So it has worked for me to get to the point of, because typically when you give somebody your number, they walk away. They don't stay asking 1,000,001 questions. They ain't trying to. So I can get rid of you and block you and go on.
It is.
Girl.
It's bad. That's what you're looking for, though. You want my number, right? So I give you the number, and then I block you. Then we don't have to worry about that no
It's
more.
on this new do not disturb any goddamn way. So once they get your voicemail every time, you ain't gotta block them.
So how about this? Hold on, look. So that's the thing. My phone stay on do not disturb anyway. So me blocking you ain't gonna matter anyway.
It don't.
See? So yeah, you get blocked.
Unless they
either way.
real thirsty, they try the second time. That's how you know. Let them through. Let them talk to you. If they do that and you got them new,
I done
mean
had
they
some
hung
do
up
that
and
too.
they call again. So just talk to
I
them.
done had some do that too.
That means he's actually determined. So
No.
go on and give him a conversation.
I block him
Don't you
too.
think determination is really good? Though?
No, I block him too.
Depends.
Some people's way determined, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they is.
So look, I was listening to something yesterday, and they was talking about men who be shooting real high, who come like they walk up to you. You know you ain't got no chance here.
A lot of men.
They might though, because I've seen some ugly dudes with some cute girls.
Hell yeah.
So that ain't true. And
Well,
if they
no.
would have never, and they know they not cute, and if they would have never shot they shot to that
Okay,
girl,
so
I
what
don't
is
think
difference when ugly and swag? Because I think some men aren't
That's what I
cute
was
in the
gonna say.
face,
No, I've
but
seen
they
some
got
ugly.
some really
No
good
swag.
swag.
ugly,
Oh, he
no
got money.
swag,
He got something.
but got the girl.
He got something.
She likes something about him.
Something
so
about him. It's either his money,
He could be
his
persistent.
career.
He could be
He
persistent.
could have been because you can't be you can't be ugly, broke, and persistent. Because
'Cause
ain't
what if-
nobody gonna do ugly,
What
broke,
if you
and
think
persistent.
he ugly?
Hey.
She might not think he ugly.
Exactly. It could be
Right.
some of them.
Everybody's taste is different.
Right.
And your ugly may not be her
somebody
ugly.
else's ugly.
May
You
not
right.
be somebody else's ugly.
I think he was pretty high on the scale for probably most people. Maybe not her.
Oh God. But ugly, broke, and
pretty high on the
right,
scale.
high on the scale.
Well.
He got something to offer. So
He does.
it's he either got good sex or he got a good job. He can't if he high on the scale of ugly. He either got swag.
He might be
good
responsible,
sex.
and he might not may have a good job. Maybe he got something that's just pretty. How you know he might not have a job that's just making it, but he's a really nice guy.
And what
He's
if he
loving
treats
on
you?
her?
What
and
if
he
you've
treat
been
her
dealing
right?
with fuckboys all this time, and you like, I think I'm gonna try me a good man.
Yeah.
I
And,
think some
and
women-
maybe my fine man cheated on me, so I'm gonna give me an
Exactly.
ugly man.
So I'm gonna get
I was gonna
somebody
say,
that
I think some
somebody
people,
don't want.
right? I think some people. Only reason a woman would date an ugly man that's high on the scale of ugly to a lot of people is because she wants somebody that don't nobody else want.
And that ain't always the case. Because women want ugly men too. Y'all done seen a lot of women with ugly men. So
That's what I said. Because I think
your
a lot of
ugly
times
ain't my ugly.
Yeah,
you right.
That's true.
Your ugly ain't my ugly. You right.
Your ugly ain't my
That's
ugly.
true.
You right. Your ugly ain't my ugly. But if I'm gonna end up with an ugly man, he ain't gonna be ugly, broke, and persistent. That ain't gonna happen. All three of them together ain't gonna
I
happen.
hope
for
it ain't
me.
happening to nobody, but it definitely do.
So you got to eliminate broke, and you can be persistent
And ugly.
and ugly, but you can't be ugly, broke, and persistent. You got 3 strikes against you, and you out. It ain't nothing we can do together. Especially if you high on the scale of ugly, like Dante said.
You saw up there.
But I done talked to some people that wasn't the most attractive
I've talked to some
person.
ugly people.
But I think that personality.
I don't really like calling people ugly. I'm gonna say less attractive people.
I've talked to some really unattractive.
Because you messed with them. They want to be less attractive. She just called that man ugly 2 seconds ago. On a high scale
On a
of
high
ugly.
scale of
And this
ugly.
nigga say I don't like calling people ugly. He was
Ugly,
less
right.
attractive. Nigga just said he was ugly. So when it's your people, they
And
just,
when Mika had to stop and say,
Yes.
everybody, your
Everybody's
ugly
ugly,
ain't your ugly.
Not
So,
as attractive.
he was just
as
not as
most.
attractive as most. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, was he on the high scale or not as attractive as most?
I'm gonna say middle.
Middle. I mean, I didn't
talk to some unattractive people.
men.
Yeah. But I mean, if you got unattractive, but you got a really nice personality, that
I
makes up
messed
for
with
it.
one that was unattractive. Shit! Ooh, baby. I'm like, I don't know what. And I was with him for years.
Ooh.
I know. I told you. I don't know what you're saying to him. When I seen
either.
you with him, I was like, oh my God.
I was with him for years.
Like, what is she thinking?
Well, maybe because he was persistent and had something to give. He had to have something.
If initially he had like a swag, you know, we was in high school and he had this swag going on and probably that hard mentality, and I was like, hey, that's something, you know, he dressed nice, and you know, and that's what kind of pulled me. I was like, he be dressing nice, you know, and I think that's what caught my eye initially. I like a man that got a little swag about him. But yeah, he was not. After that, he drove me crazy. He wasn't broke and all that extra, but he was definitely on a high scale of ugly.
But like I said, if you have to have something, you got to have something to give. Like, I didn't talk to some not so attractive men, some unattractive men, but their personalities was cool. Because I didn't talk to some really attractive men who attraction came all the way down for me because I couldn't stand their fucking personality.
I couldn't stand his person. He was a fucking crybaby.
Yeah, I can't. Some people, I'm like, I can't. You attractive, but you ain't that attractive because you think you this shit and you act like your shit don't stink, and then you walking around mistreating people. I can't even. All of your attractiveness just went all the way down the drain.
And the same go for like men seeing like a real bad girl, like a real she got a bad body, but she got a stank attitude, ain't got nothing going on for herself.
Right, don't nobody want that shit.
Nigga, I ain't talking to you unless he paying my bills.
Right,
you like, girl.
Well, first of all, so how do y'all feel about the mentality of a woman only speaking to a man or only talking to men who pay their bills?
Women think that. I mean, that ain't never been
a priority for you, but I think it's some women that it's the priority for.
It depends. Like if it's just my place and you ain't like over here a good majority of the time, I'm not gonna expect you to do that.
It's
but if you coming over here all the time using my electric and my water and my utilities, like I'm gonna need you to kick in something.
Like if he just that's different. Is he just coming over to visit still, and he coming over here? Okay, you in a relationship. He come over to visit you 4 times a week out of 7 days a week. But he got his own shit. He go home. He got his own bills to pay. Like, but he come over here and see you. And
it depends on how often he over here. If he over here,
I'm saying 4 days a week
using lights, water.
So when he gotta use lights and water, because I ain't gonna sit here in the dark. I'm just saying.
No, you can use my lights, but you need to take your shower before you get here.
No, he ain't coming to take no shower. Like, the only time he might take a shower is y'all done got. With that, y'all didn't, you know.
I'm not talking about somebody with their own place. No, I'm talking about somebody that's there all the time.
That's different. That's
what
pretty
I'm
much
living. But I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
But what if he lived? What if he heard? What if y'all split? So you over his house 3 days a week, he over at your house 3 days a week, and 1 day a week y'all.
That's fair though. I'm talking about somebody being at your house the majority.
That's
of the
living.
time.
Okay. He should pay bills.
That's what I'm saying. The majority of the time.
Majority of the time. So where he at?
I'm trying to figure out where whose house is he?
So he got his own house.
So you going back to his house where he live with his mama or something? I'm trying to figure I'm trying to figure this guy out.
I don't even know where this went. I'm just saying in general, if somebody spend a lot of time at your house, they should pay bills.
Not if he got his own shit.
Right. If he got his own shit, he paying bills and his own shit. You got your own shit. I mean, I feel like at that point y'all should, because I feel like at some point you probably at his house about as much as he at your house.
No, say if he had his own place and he had his own house, say 2 days a week, but here 5 days a week.
Y'all might want to reconsider that shit.
Right. So then
maybe y'all might want to think about moving together.
This ain't never been my situation. I'm just saying.
I know it haven't. We know.
But I'm just saying. But that would be. I think to me, if you somewhere.
But what if they don't want to live together? I mean, what if he want to keep his own place?
He shouldn't be paying no bills in your house.
But he using my stuff 5 days a week. He should help out with something.
No.
I mean, if he wants to,
like, if he wants to, but I don't think that he should be required to.
Like required to. I think if he says, babe, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. What you need for the house, and he just like offering. But if he got his own shit and I got my own shit, I mean, you the one.
I mean, you letting him stay here.
That's what I'm just gonna say. Because hopefully you say, he got his own shit. I'm gonna say, well, babe, I really wanted to spend some time by myself tonight. Like, you need,
I mean, if you let somebody stay at your house 5 days out the week, and they got their own spot, And then, I mean, I feel like at that point, y'all may need to have a conversation. If you start feeling like he's there enough to be paying bills, then either y'all need to move in together,
exactly,
or he needs to spend more time in his house.
I would feel like that. Then he need to spend more time in his house.
I would just tell him.
Then we might
do
tell him
equal
that.
share, and I'll come over and use
Right.
your stuff. You come over and use my stuff. And we equal.
Right. So then that way,
But what I don't think is okay for if he had his own place, just to keep it because he didn't want to live together, and he stayed at my house 5 days a week. Then yes, I think that you.
Or he probably don't just.
I think that you should have.
But I lightweight feel like it's probably something else going on in that.
Yeah,
space.
that's all I was gonna say. He cheating.
It could be. I don't
he just
know.
keeping that place because
he got something else.
Well, my
so
cousin
he here Monday through Friday.
Yeah,
He here Monday.
Come through there every once in
and
a
then
while.
Saturday and Sunday is somebody else over there with him.
Okay.
So she don't see him Monday
So I'm
through
just
Friday,
saying it
but
just
she
depends
sees
on
him Saturday.
how much a person's at your house. That's how I feel.
Oh, okay.
And using up stuff. And I'm not talking about just lights, but I mean, like, say they doing their laundry over there.
What the hell?
Well, I mean, if you might as well just move your. So this is the thing: we borderline on moving in. If you doing laundry and you using electric and you taking showers, you might as well just move in over
Nigga
there.
that came in and visited, he got a double back on this chair.
I'm about to do my laundry too.
Like, I came over here, I'm gonna wash my laundry while I'm here.
Right, you might as well.
Like, the first time I probably wouldn't say nothing, because I think, like, well, shit, he kind of bold for bringing this shit here, right? That's the first thing I would think. But if that nigga start doing that once a week, I'm like, listen,
Right.
Robert, listen. I don't know, like,
I don't know what we're doing here.
Like, yeah, I don't know what we doing here. Like, why is you? I mean,
But then at that point, if you doing laundry in my house, you better be kicking in on some laundry
you better pay
detergent,
a water bill,
and electric bill, because
That's
nigga,
what
you
I'm saying.
using.
If somebody's using a lot of your resources, they should be helping.
Oh hell yeah, they should.
Yeah, they damn sure should. But that don't mean. But if you
That's
come
where
over
I got
5
it at
days
the
after
beginning.
week, that don't
That's
mean
what
you
I'm talking
necessarily using resources like that. You might not even eat in my house. You might be just coming
That's
over.
different. I'm saying coming. I'm saying
We get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
I ain't talking about just coming over.
women
visiting
have
and
another conversation if it's happening like
Right.
that. Like if he bringing his shit over to
On a duffel bag on his bag,
and that's something that
and
he
he
do
washing on a
usual,
regular basis.
Or
Yeah.
if he just walking in your house and all of a sudden, I don't even think if y'all don't live together, I don't even know if he should really even say you single and y'all together or y'all been dating, y'all just get, I don't know if he should even come over and just eat, like go in your refrigerator and eat shit, I don't know about all that.
Right.
Like,
I think that's crossing lines to some
think
shit.
that,
So.
I ain't gonna even, go on your shit. Like,
Right. Because I'm gonna start looking at you real crazy if some shit start like that start happening. I'm gonna be like, okay, so wait. I hope you don't think I'm feeding you. I mean, because I gotta feed 2 kids, so I hope you don't
That's
think
what
I'm
I'm
feeding you
saying.
and these 2 damn kids. So something's gonna have to. So at that point, yeah, I'm gonna start having conversations.
So
Something
right
gonna
now,
have to
I'm
give.
on his way out. On his way out with that duffel bag, I'm gonna be safety pin in a grocery list and that damn.
That's what I'm saying. If
And
they
a to-do list.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He coming over.
Before you
at
come
your
back
house,
over, I
he
put
eating.
that to-do list in your
Your
jacket,
duffel bag.
your duffel bag before you. So
Right.
you can go to the grocery store and go get some toiletries and.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
need
like
to
I
stay-
grocery shop for me and my kids, not for a man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, shit. I mean, so women, if y'all letting a man do that, that's too much. You damn sure right. He owe a bill.
Yeah.
He owe more than a bill. Some laundry detergent, a
And
bill,
I guess you probably don't
and
know
some
how to-
groceries.
Yeah, you don't know how to come about it because like me and my husband, it kind of accidentally we end up living together. Like it was an act, it just like oops. You know what I'm saying?
He just was there too often.
He was there too often.
That's how
And
it
that's how
was.
it happened.
That's
'Cause
how
it's
me
like
and
a
what's
oops. Like,
No.
all of a sudden we start dating and I'll be like, you gotta come while my son is asleep and you gotta leave before he wake up. And then he'll do that and then all of a sudden, I'll leave for work and he'll be asleep. I'll be like, well, he look tired, so I'm gonna leave him in here.
Yeah.
But once I start leaving him there at the house and he start leaving, then that's when I'm gonna start saying, few months, if you heard, then I'm gonna start saying, you know what, I'm gonna start sliding you that water bill.
And it
and
wasn't
shit.
even a couple of months for me. When I had my apartment, he was over there every day. He stayed over there every day, and after a week, this is only 1 week, I said, you want an electric bill, like something. Because
Well,
I didn't feel
like
right about you being
that
in my
definitely
house
sound
every day.
like a pattern.
What you mean? Oh, on his behalf? Oh, okay.
That sounds like a pattern.
Pretty much. So, it is. It's how both of them happen, to be honest. So, anyway. But yeah, like he was over there for a week or whatever. So, I'm like, you're going to have to pay something. Because it was starting to irritate me that you spending the night over here every day. And you ain't, like, you expecting me to pay these bills?
Yes. And I mean, thank God, he just started being like, he started going to the grocery store and putting food in the house. So then I said, oh, he must be, he must be okay. I didn't ever say nothing. He started buying shit. And then all of a sudden, I started passing bills in.
So people shouldn't ask. So you shouldn't have the conversation before you move in. Y'all just accidentally move in. With
No, you should have that conversation. My shit just was like a oops.
You should have a conversation.
But anytime I ever ended up living with somebody, we had the conversation about living together. It wasn't just the oops.
I think a lot of times it happened as a oops though, like with the man just being over there like so much, and then eventually.
Hopefully, it don't happen as a oops. A lot
I
of times.
say because the only time I've lived with two people. And both times we talked about living together. It wasn't no oops.
Yeah, I've lived with two men in my life, and the first time we got an apartment together. Yeah. But my husband was a oops. He was a oops.
I've only lived with one man in my life, and that was where it accidentally kind of happened.
Yeah. Just kind of oops.
But he was your damn husband.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah.
That was your husband. Yeah. My husband was a second, and he was the oops. But he ended up being my husband. Shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't have no oops. So the first one was Anaya's dad, but we talked about it, and that was short lived. And the second one was B, and I moved to where he was, so I moved to Missouri. So we talked about it. Yeah. So we talked about it, and I put in my notice at work, and all that other stuff, packed it on up, and moved down there. So
it probably shouldn't be.
So you ain't never had no. Yeah,
I ain't never had no oops.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Because I probably would start looking at you like, okay, what are we doing here? Because y'all know me, I'm good for asking questions. So what the fuck is this?
But I knew every day. I knew what we was doing. I could tell from the beginning, like this was finna be long term. I knew that he was finna be my husband. Like, it was like, I ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, I don't want no boyfriend. He was like, if I ain't going to be your boyfriend, I ain't going to be nothing. I was like, well, I do like him. So
that's what's up. He like, you better put some respect
right.
on
Put some respect on my name.
Yes, he told me from day one. Like, if I ain't going to be your boyfriend, I ain't going to be nothing. I was like, well, we'll see.
He wasn't having that.
He wasn't having that. And I guess he was right.
See, I think more women need to do that. Sometimes with men, they'll know if they're wasting their time or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then you get like 5 or 10 years down the road and y'all still doing what y'all doing.
Exactly. He like, I told you I didn't want no wife from the beginning. And he was looking dumb, so.
Yeah. Right. Well, no, you should just take people at their word.
Hell
so if somebody tell you.
Well, no, because I said I didn't want a man.
No, that's different. Women are different. Men tell you typically from the beginning. A woman will tell you something she don't like and 2 seconds later change her mind. Men typically don't change. It's very rare that men change their mind. If they tell you from the beginning, I don't want this, most times, I don't know that it's probably about 98% of the time, they don't want it. So to be having this mindset of this idea that it's going to change, and that's what ends up happening. Is women be like, well, I changed my mind, or such and such changed their mind when he was with such and such, and so they think that that's how it's supposed to happen. So no, if he tell you from the beginning, you probably need to keep that in. You just need to keep that in the back of your mind. So don't ever think that he's going to change his mind till he tell you he changed his mind.
Probably.
Don't sit around thinking, I've been here for 2 years, he gonna change his mind. I've been here 3 years, he gonna change his mind. No, you really he needs to verbalize. Because men tell you what they want.
Yeah.
So he needs to verbalize.
People in general tell you what they want.
Yeah, people do. Because I ain't gonna say it's men.
It's not just men, it's both ways.
But I think a lot of women change their mind probably a lot quicker than men do. I'm just gonna say that. I think a lot of women can change. I think a man probably can convince a woman to change her mind. Probably a lot quicker than a woman can convince
Maybe if you're on the fence about something. Because you can't convince me to change my mind or something that I'm adamant about.
Well, that's the thing. If you're not adamant, that's what I'm saying. But if you're on the fence about it,
that's the other part. Because I feel
right.
strongly about never having kids again. So a man can't come in and just convince me like, "Ooh, let's have a baby."
But that's the thing. That's you.
I know.
It's a lot of women that men can come in and convince.
That's why I say some women.
You kind of have to be on the fence about it. You kind of have to be like,
I didn't want no other kids, but you can't convince me to have no other kid either. I said, nigga, these 2 is enough. If you want to have another one, you better go to somebody else.
Because I heard like women say like, I don't want any more kids, but I have one with my husband.
Exactly.
Right. So it's like they're considering.
And that's on the fence.
Yeah, that's on the fence.
If I'm adamant about it, I'm not changing my damn mind.
Like no man can talk me into having a kid.
No.
So it's.
But a man could probably come in and that you thought would only just be your friend. And if he around for a little while and he do right and he seem nice and he really good with the kids and you could probably, as a woman, even if you was like, he's just gonna be my friend, you could probably envision somewhere in the process changing mine.
Not if I'm adamant.
No.
I had a guy that we was really close friends, and I loved him to death. But our friend zoned him from the very beginning. And he was so sweet. He used to pick Javion up, and he used to do this, and he used to do that. And whenever I needed him, he would come. He kept a job. He was sweet. But you can't change my mind.
But sometimes you just can't get into people.
No, I can't force myself to change myself to take.
Well, maybe because I just ain't gonna be around.
So you feel like you could, like, if
because he was a good friend.
If the high skill ugly guy that you've talked to.
No, bitch.
Why?
That question.
Why?
First of all,
and all that.
Because that's the other part is y'all know I don't get that close to people in spaces where I don't.
Well,
feel
you got close enough. We will say that.
No, I only
yeah,
get
you did.
okay. One time don't
It
count.
doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. I wouldn't
Yes,
even
it
get it
does.
one time.
I was drunk as shit.
I don't give a damn. See, we don't
and I don't remember the night. I only remember the next day. I don't remember the night.
That's why you shouldn't get drunk and have sex.
Well, now I was like 22, 23 at that time. So we're not going to talk about what I did in my 20s. In my 30s, I won't do it like that again. But
you taking one shot to proud. Oh shit! Oh, he looking cute. He got rub on that guy. He's like, yeah.
I used to think. I'm
I
gonna
just
tell
need
you
one more shot of crown.
No, let me tell you what I used to think. I used to think that you could like deal with a person that you just didn't necessarily want to be with. I used to think you could try to like convince yourself, and then I realized like I'm not good at being convinced of the high scale ugly guy. Like I can't, because it's gonna be something about you that's gonna make me not. So when in my 20s I used to think, well, maybe I'm just being too picky. And now I know I'm not being too picky. I just don't like you. Not like that.
Thing, he ain't even got to be a high scale guy. I'm just not attracted to him. Like the guys I done had a few guys that I wasn't attracted. They not ugly by far. I'm just not attracted to you. Like you're a nice guy. You know, you got good education, got a good job. You know, we could be friends all day long. Like I talk to them on the. You know, I can actually have conversations with them to this day. But I can't see myself taking it to another level, and never could.
Yes.
Like once I friend zone you, I'm adamant about the friend zone.
Like,
I
am
you are my
too.
friend.
I mean, but then I just cut you off, so like I don't talk to you on a regular basis.
But why? If they're good friends, you know, we just gotta keep it on that level where you know
because
that
I think
it's nothing
what
else.
happens is I think people. Even if you like, if we're too attractive people, I think people think that because we're too attractive people that we're supposed to be something.
People.
I'm not saying like people. I'm talking like my issue is I have problems with men who think because I'm attractive, you're attractive, that we're supposed to be something. So what I typically have to do is set a boundary, and if I'm around you too much,
something like what?
then I have to start
item?
like we be having to try to be an item or try to be like the friends that I
Maybe you ain't set
have.
that boundary good because
I have. It's called I don't have to talk to you on a regular basis, and we still friends.
Well, no,
like we
not
can
on
still be
regular
cool.
basis.
But that's what I'm saying. We can still be cool, but I don't need you to think I don't come around too much. Don't be trying to do shit for the kids because I don't need you to think or get anything in your mind.
Well,
to
no,
think
you
we're gonna be
can't.
something.
Like I'm not saying all around all the time.
No,
You know, no. Like, but it's okay for us to be friends and you to come do stuff, but you still need to know that, like, this ain't going nowhere. Like, please know that. Like, I done told you, and we ain't even gonna have to have a conversation more than, like,
So
twice
you telling me
a week.
you ain't got nobody around who ever thought that they could change your mind?
I got a lot of people around that thought
See,
that
and that's the problem.
But
But I don't like that.
Yes.
So I don't want you to.
But when she said
have
she not gonna change her mind,
And I
she's
get
telling
that
us
part.
not to.
And I get that part. But what I'm saying is, I don't even like the idea of having to
But
always
we friends,
convince
though,
you
and I don't.
that I don't want to do this. I like that. That for me is annoying. Like to have
No,
keep
me, 'cause
having
I
a
just friend people
conversation.
and don't think nothing of it.
Me either.
Well, see, because I think it hurts people's feelings. Because I think some people really think they still have a chance because they have an opportunity to talk to you, and I don't
Not
want to
if
feel
I-
like I'm
Not
leading
if
you
you
on.
friends
that
on
side.
them and they realize it.
How many of your friends that you the friends on that haven't realized it? Because the one you called the other day, he hopped, jumped, skipped, and he still ain't realized it
Yes,
yet.
he has realized it.
No,
We
he
are
hasn't.
friends.
For you.
And to him,
Mm-mm.
he just a good friend. He became a good friend. Like we went on a couple of dates. It didn't work out.
I bet if you thought about it 2 seconds and changed your mind, he would change his mind right along with you.
Because he probably hasn't changed his mind, but long as he don't keep approaching me with it.
Yeah,
that's
he
fine.
don't approach me with it. He talked to me about.
I know that most of the
friends.
men that I friend zone still have that thing. They'll say something, oh, you looking good, and I just laugh out, boy.
Yeah,
and we'll keep it
exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they don't still
try
and try. But the thing is, it's not gonna happen. I just laugh it off, and we gonna keep pushing.
Now, see,
like
they're
flirty. And
I get annoyed. So I don't like that. So I don't want you to even be like, don't have no. I don't want to keep having a conversation about it, and I don't want to keep having to tell you because I don't want to have to keep trying to. Because I feel like people. I don't like when men get in their feelings. I done had so many people get in their feelings, and I don't want you to get in your feelings because that's gonna annoy me. Like, let's just not and say.
Then he's probably not a good friend to have. Like the guys that I'm talking about, they keep it. You know what I'm saying? They know. But, they might throw something every once in a while. But, it ain't going to make it where it's no, I'm going to just laugh it off and we're going to keep it pushing. Like, it is what it is. Like, right. And some people
just enjoy your friendship, too.
Yeah, and I'm okay with having, guy friends that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if we cool, we cool. Like, if
and if you can truly be a guy friend.
But I'm not going to chop it up with them on the phone. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not chopping up with none of these guys that we talking about. Like, I'm not finna call you and we finna... Every blue moon, you can call me and be like, "Hey, how you doing? How the kids doing? That's what's up." I'm like, "How you doing? That's cool. Well, nice talking to you."
But you still got to set some healthy boundaries to it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean when I say that. Like, we got to set some healthy boundaries.
Well, we didn't already set
like,
that.
I'm not. This
that's
not
why
no way.
Friend zoned you.
Right. Like, no. Like, not friend. You're not just friend zones. You like acquaintance zoned. Like, you're an acquaintance. So, like, when I see you, we can talk. We can chop it up every now and then. If you call or text me, we can talk. But I don't want this to be like, no, it's not going to be no every day. Ain't going to be no every week. Ain't going to be no none of that.
They don't necessarily, but I still consider some of them people my friends. Because we've been knowing each other for 30 plus years. So I still consider you, because that's the issue. Like, I told y'all, like, my husband used to want me to get rid of one of my friends that, he felt like, he liked you and but my thing is, nigga, we've been friends since we was like 8. Like, I'm not finna get rid of him and I'm not even thinking about this man. That's my friend. Yeah. Like, you feel the way that I ain't asking you to get rid of none of your friends. If he my friend, he my friend. I don't really consider that an acquaintance. Like, he my friend. I love him genuinely. But, ain't nothing finna happen.
Right. So I think that's the thing. Like, for me, it's hard. And I don't like when people get in their feelings. Because I didn't have
folks get in their feelings all the goddamn time. Shit.
And if you get in your feelings, I will ignore your text, your call, your everything. Don't text me. Don't call me. You in your feelings. Stay in your feelings and leave me alone.
Yes, I be the told you, get over it. Like, nigga, I be the said something probably to hurt your feelings.
But that's the thing. Like, she know how to hate for people to get in their feelings. I'm like, that annoys me. Like, why do we have to go down this road why can't I just, hey, I say hello and then you got to have some smart ass okay, never mind. I'm sorry I even said hello. Let's just keep it pushing. Well, you ain't text me or where you been? Because I get that a lot. Like, well, we're just friends. Like, why do I have to? I text you the other day and you didn't text me back. No, because I was busy. I called you. Example, I had one friend who texted me and was like, you didn't see I called you? And this is the week my father died. So we was already, and we went to Florida. We did the whole Florida thing, came back. Then I had to deal with my family that week. You don't see, I feel like it's inconsiderate for you to even think that at some point I was supposed to stop and find some time to call you, text you, or reach out to you. I don't give a damn if you text or call me. You probably need to stop and say, hey, is everything okay? And you didn't even take it upon yourself to do that. And then you want to be in your feelings about whether or not I text you or called you. And all I responded back was busy. Busy. I've been busy. I done had a whole lot of shit going on this week. And you ain't even stopped long enough. You and your fucking feelings, and all we are is friends. What's the problem?
And that's what I would have said.
What's the motherfucking problem?
Well, that's too much anyway. All that I called you, I text you. I don't know.
That ain't that beta male we be talking about.
Yeah, because I'm more of on the line. You might call me, and if I don't answer, you're not gonna try again for another.
And you ain't gonna even say nothing about it.
And
you might say, I tried to call you maybe a couple weeks ago. You didn't answer. And we're gonna leave it at that.
And we're gonna keep going.
I don't know.
But if it turned into some old, you didn't call me. Yes. I don't like that shit.
But I let back and forth shit. I ain't got time for that.
I'm not. No, I called you. I didn't answer, and that's it. I was like, I probably was busy, and we're gonna keep keep it pushing.
Right. So if I friend zone you, I need you to be that friend to keep it pushing. So
that's the only way we gonna be friends.
Because for me, because I'm gonna keep it pushing. So if I text you, you don't text me back, I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm not gonna feel no kind of way if we friends. I'm just gonna feel like, well, maybe you was busy or you didn't have time. But if you don't text me back or if I don't text you back and call you back and I get some push from that shit, I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
That's the wrong
Leave me fuck alone
anyway. Yeah.
Right. Just leave me alone. We ain't gotta talk about it. Be done.
Exactly.
And I will leave you alone after that. Like I don't have my feelings ain't gonna be hurt about it. But yeah, I done had a lot of men who are my quote unquote friends who get in their damn feelings about shit. Why are you?
But are these friends like you messed with though?
Obviously.
And then y'all become friends.
Yeah, that's different.
I ain't talking about that's not
me either. That's not talking about. I'm talking about either.
Who said they had to be friends I messed with?
Obviously, if they get in their feelings, no,
not all of them. No.
Oh well, I don't know. Them is them men.
And you done had some friends. Y'all done had some friends. Y'all done messed with. Y'all done friend zone. They can't get their life together too.
That you messed with. We talking about people that you haven't.
I hope so. Y'all ain't all talking about people y'all haven't. Because
yes,
I know she ain't the one she talking about.
I'm talking about the one I haven't.
No, like just that one, but I only got one like that. But the other one I'm talking about, no, we friends. The one I'm talking about, he did stuff for my son and stuff. No,
oh yeah, no, you just friends.
Never
yeah, no. I mean, like that's what
most
I said.
of the guys I'm talking about, I have not messed with.
That's what I'm saying. But the ones I'm talking about, I haven't messed with either. I haven't messed with everybody. I'm not. She always want to put me out like my vagina just quit tracking my vagina mouth on the podcast.
Capri, I'm not. You the one said they be all in their feelings.
Yeah, but they do. I do be having people in their feelings. I'm just saying there's people.
I didn't put that out there like you messed with all these people that you talking about.
We're just assuming that maybe that it's people that you mess with because they're getting in their feelings.
No, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is the issue that I have is even whether I mess with you or don't mess with you. The problem is even if I don't mess with them, they get in their fucking feelings.
See, yeah, something wrong with them.
So
something wrong. They ain't.
You didn't block them fast enough.
Obviously. Shit. Them is the ones you should have been blocking.
Because the one trying to show up at my house calling. I ain't never done nothing with him.
But something was wrong with him. Something was wrong with him. He started inboxing me like probably around that same time.
He did.
And because that was right after the time he had messed with the other one. After the birthday?
Yeah, yep. I know exactly
yes. He started inboxing me after that, like saying stuff. And I'm like, girl, I just, like, what the hell? Like, who do you think? Like, I don't get the thing with men. And thinking, like, nigga, if you send my homegirl a message, my homegirl, not somebody, nigga, obviously we homegirls. We was just together when you did the shit for her. And then you think you can shoot me an inbox? Who the fuck you think I am? Not gonna happen.
But clearly that happens. So I think I have always said that men only do what works. So just because it doesn't happen or work in our friend group, don't mean it don't work in friend groups.
Oh,
I'm sure work in friend groups.
There's a lot of bitches out here that a nigga didn't hop in 15 different boxes until he got that one good friend who let him have who was giving him an opportunity.
Yeah, he wasn't finna. He was weird.
So yes, but no, not just him, but it's been people like that a lot. That's why I don't have a lot of like no. As I can't do all of that.
But he wasn't really friend zone. He was just crazy from the.
He was friend zone from the very first time.
Well, you shouldn't have been letting him to your house.
Thank God your phone died.
Exactly.
Thank God.
Because if he was friend zone from the jump, I wouldn't let him even come up with.
I just wasn't like I don't know, because it was somebody I worked with, so it wasn't like I didn't think like that. Hell, he didn't come across crazy like that when I worked with him.
He didn't.
So it wasn't like I was like no. That was I never got.
But
crazy
that was like
vibes.
Years ago too, 14 years ago. So you don't know what a person.
Because when he inboxed me, he seemed kind of throw it off, and I kept on saying, "Why is he inboxing me?" And I ain't even said nothing back. Like,
ain't no telling.
Why the fuck did you keep?
I mean, because I done hung out with people. Like I don't have no problem talking to you, hanging out with you. I we can hang out, and I don't have no problem doing that with people. Yeah. Like, and we ain't got to be nothing. Like, I mean, I like to have a good conversation, and you just, chill, and you go to your house, and I go to my house, and we good, or you come over, and for about an hour or so, you go on back to your house. Now, I don't do that with everybody, but I mean, if I've known you for, like, so many years, and you didn't give me creepy vibes when I first met you, I mean, I'm cool, like, we worked together for at least, 2 years?
Oh,
yeah, I've hung out with people that... just to be hanging out, like it's friends, no interest, but
ain't
friends.
Nothing wrong with that. Long as y'all both on a mutual ground,
right? Yeah. So I don't know where the hell crazy came from, because he didn't give me them vibes when I first met him. He didn't give me them vibes when I worked with him.
Obviously, he was though.
So clearly, After some time,
Yeah.
he got real crazy.
Obviously.
Yeah. So
Somebody
anyway,
might have drove him to that point.
I don't know, but whatever.
Sometimes, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Some women
But
probably
14
drive
years
you.
though, like we say, oh, I know him, he cool, he this, but you never know what a person goes
Went
through.
through it.
14 years is a long time. Like
It
he could
is.
have went through a lot of drugs, some heartache, some death. Like ain't no telling, and just could be thrown off. Like
He could be.
Ain't no telling.
Clearly, because that's where he
Because-
was when I ran across him. He was hella thrown off. Hella
He
thrown
just
off.
like, ain't no woman finna break my heart again. Hell no. Like, hey.
People really do get crazy about that.
Yeah, they do.
They really do.
Yeah.
Which, like,
People's experiences, I guess, shape them into who they are. So I get it. I get it.
they do.
I get it. So yeah, heads up. From now on, I will not. No mutual grounds, and I don't even know if I'm meeting up with people. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously.
Anyway, so we was kind of supposed to talk about. I guess we can kind of touch on it. So let's start off with the T.I. and his daughter situation. What are y'all thoughts about that?
I don't know. I understand being a concerned daddy, but I think it gets to a point where it's kind of crossing the line. Because, I mean, do you not... My thing is, I want my kids to always come
Do
to
y'all
me.
want to tell what happened?
Well,
So
people-
T.I.
okay.
is basically so there was a post going around about T.I. supposedly going to the doctor with his daughter Deja
Every time she gets a
every
checkup.
time she gets a checkup every year, and he asked her to make sure that her hymen is intact. So somebody said, what is a hymen? So basically the hymen is the muscle that is broken once a woman has had sex. However, your hymen can actually be broken from riding a bike. It can be broken from riding horses. It's other things that can create like a stretch in that muscle that can break your
that's
hymen.
why it hurts so bad when you have sex for the first time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically checking to see if her hymen or that muscle has been broken. So people were saying, people who are saying it's so inappropriate. He's a chauvinist. How dare him take his daughter to the doctor and be checking for her hymen and this, that, and the other. So then that's why people were like, well, what are the...
Because, I mean, why... My thing is, okay, I can understand her. Because that girl is how old now?
She's in college. So
Okay.
she's about 18, 19.
Pushing it for me.
She shouldn't even allow
So,
him in the room.
no,
Because if she's 18...
But at the end of the day,
But
it's her choice.
It's probably...
What
She
do you mean
probably...
she don't have a choice?
He probably not giving her a choice, obviously, because, or she like, whatever, she might not care because she's a virgin still, maybe. But my thing is, as a father, like, you gotta give your daughters privacy. You know what I'm saying? At some point, as a parent, like, why, as a man, and you her daddy, like, I can see sending a mama in there, and be like, so, what they say. But my daddy sitting right beside me, and like, hey, so... She good? I don't know. Like, why can't I come and talk to you about it?
I think that's a little much. Because for
why?
me, I need for you to trust me.
Yes.
Or whatever.
And if I'm telling you I'm not having sex, just
So
believe
wait,
me.
trust. You put your 17-year-old on birth control. Trust.
Yeah, because I didn't trust her.
So that's what I'm saying. So we don't know what the experiences that they've had.
But I had my reasons though for doing that.
But we
whole
don't
thing.
know. But we don't know what we don't know what his
he
reasons
could have
are.
his reasons. I still feel like that's
I
a little
still
much,
feel
though.
like, and like I said, my thing is, why I can't get to a point where I can come and talk to you about it? Like, why we just can't sit down and have that conversation? Why do you have to go in the room with me and I gotta...
So do we know whether or not he's going into the room with her? Do we know whether or not she's giving him permission? I think the thing is, because I read the article, it's really broad. It doesn't really say...
No, it didn't say.
Whether or not he's in the room, whether or not she's telling him. And I have to say this, even if they're minor, if you go into the doctor with your child and your child refuses to give you information, they ain't going to give you the information. Not. So that means that at some point, maybe they've had a discussion. Maybe they got an agreement. Maybe he says, I'll continue to take care of you as long as you continue to show that you're a virgin. So should he be, if I'm financially taking care of you, should we not have some level of agreement to say that you're not going to get pregnant on my dime, or you're not going to get pregnant while I'm financially taking care of you?
And I didn't trust my daughter to be away at college and to know if she would use protection every time. Because who knows, she might be at a party and accidentally go back and not have sex. I was protecting her for her own interest, for her future. Because I didn't want her to be a 17-year-old mother and not have the opportunity to go to college because she got to be stuck here raising her child.
Well,
so it was more
that might be
for those reasons, but I'm not gonna go in and be like, it's her, is it intact? If it's not intact, I mean, like she said, just put it on birth control.
Just put it on birth. Why I gotta give you these stipulations? Like,
but hopefully
that's not the case. But because my thing is, as a parent, I gotta give you stipulations. Say, well, as long as you're a virgin, I'm gonna take care of you.
But we don't know that. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the situation is.
But maybe I don't have to put you on birth control because you don't require birth control because your hymen's still intact. I mean, she could now, at the end of the day, people were making arguments of she could be sucking dick. She could be taking it up her ass. She could, like women.
But regardless of whatever.
Why can't I come to you and just talk to you about it? To me,
you just kind of invading my privacy, I feel. I get that I'm a minor. I get that. But
she's not a minor. She's in college.
I mean, I get that now, but apparently he's been doing it. I don't know how long she's been going to the doctor or whatever, but she's been doing it. But what I'm saying is, you kind of invaded my I get it, like when I'm 12, 13, 14, you want to make sure. But once I get past a certain age, like, why are you even still in here asking these people these questions?
Let's just sit down and talk about it.
I mean, but then she can have then you have the right to stop and say, I don't want them to know. So I think the other part is, but I don't say that because I don't know what their family dynamic is. I don't know what their relationship is. I think that there's a lot of different dynamics in that. And I think, from the outside looking in, I don't necessarily know that I would want my daughter's dad going to the doctor with her having those kind of conversations. But in retrospect, a lot of people should probably have fathers in their lives that are having these kind of conversations, that are taking their daughter. Again, but it's a conversation. It's still a conversation. He's not checking her hymen. It's still a conversation. So we don't know what that conversation is. He's not the person checking it. He's going to her doctor's appointment. So maybe there is some level of conversation or communication that they've opened up that allows her to be comfortable enough to know that I'm still a virgin.
But why can't I just come home and you know what I'm saying? Why we can't just talk about, he sit down on the couch every once in a while, like you have daughter, me and him, like my husband take Jayden and y'all go for a ride, go have lunch, and he just say, are you having sex? Are you thinking about it? You know what I'm saying? Why y'all just can't have them conversations?
Because I guess the other part is this. We think it's weird because we're black and we don't have money. One, but also white people with money do. They do.
That ain't got shit to do.
They are very. But I'm telling you, that's a very common thing.
I don't think that's
money and wealth. But I think black and wealth ain't got shit to do with me.
But I think it's a different what I'm saying is the practice happens amongst white, wealthy people. They definitely make sure their daughter's hymen. This is not a new thing. He's not the first day. Now, it's new to us. That's what I'm saying. It's new to us, but it's not something that people have never done before.
I think it's great that he's concerned and he's a hands-on dad. Don't get it twisted. I just think that conversation should be had. I don't, if he's taking her to the doctor because that's what he normally does, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Shit, when Jayden was little, I never took her to the doctor because my job really don't allow me to take off during the week and take her. So he was the main one. So even if he was, out in this world today, he would probably be the one that take her to her well checkup. You know what I'm saying? And he's just there. It's a coincidence that I just couldn't take her and he's there. But I would hope on the way to that doctor's office that they have that type of bond between the two and he can say, hey, is you having sex? Or is you even think about having sex? Just have the conversation with her. That's all I'm saying. Just have a conversation. Why it can't be...
And they could be. I mean, you just never know, I guess.
And they could be having that conversation.
Yeah,
and he just could be taking it to the next step further and like, well, let me check.
And then, so, and he could, but...
I mean, because I'm going to be honest with you. People are like, trust. But hell, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you with a 17-year-old daughter, I don't necessarily 100% trust
I'm not
my
trusting
daughter.
No teenager.
Right, like, so you can't, you're not going to 100% tell, you're not going to tell me.
All day long,
right.
But
and if your ass is fucking and doing all of, you're not going to come out in 100, I mean, because don't necessarily know that I would have come out and told my mama. I don't know what kind of dynamic is in at home. We don't know if not to say, clearly there is some level of comfort because she's allowing him the information. Obviously. So that's the other part that I had to say, like, it's still a consent thing. She still has to give consent for him to know that. So even in that conversation, I'm sure
he's used to it because he's been going.
He's always been doing something, so it's
why
just
not
comfortable, right?
now because he's been going.
Right. I mean, Daddy, I ain't doing
Not
nothing.
saying I think it's okay.
But I mean, that might be his vision of I'm protecting my daughter. I'm protecting my daughter's future. I'm making sure my daughter does not fuck up her future and have a baby with some random nigga from college. Because think about it, she's T.I.'s daughter, and she's really pretty.
Yes, and maybe the conversation is that she doesn't want to be on birth control for her own reasons, and she's like, Dad, I'm a virgin. You know, why do I have to be on birth control? So she allows him to have that information. I don't know. That's probably maybe what it is, and that doesn't seem so weird to me. She like, well, why do I have to be on birth control? Long as I'm not having sex, you know, and if he trusts the fact, you know, long as it is, okay, that's cool. But I don't trust no teenager. I don't either. I sure the hell ain't trusting no kid in college. And you away from me and I'm at home. I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So you can come home and tell me all kind of shit. You can sit in my face and tell me you ain't doing
it. That boy first said, well, let me just put the head in.
Right.
Well, let me play with it.
Right.
And that's when you found out that it felt good.
Right.
You know, I ain't taking no chance. I ain't trusting no teenager.
I mean, so with that being said, I don't think it to be far-fetched to say that maybe that's his method of protecting his daughter's future. Not necessarily, I mean, maybe she keeps refusing birth control, and he's like, or we all know the side effects of birth control.
That could be. Maybe she's just refusing birth control. And
he's like, okay, well, if you're not going to get on birth control, and then we're going to make sure your hymen is still intact, and the moment it's not,
then I'm going to put your ass on birth control.
Like, that could be the conversation.
It could be.
I still keep going back to my first time, though.
And it hurt like hell.
Hell yeah. Every time she say hi, and I'm like, that's what that was in the way. Like, stop.
Okay. I can't do it no more. Never mind. You know, shoot.
For all intents purposes, I think it is. I can say it can be a bit intrusive, maybe, to us. But we don't know the reasons why.
We don't.
And I don't trust no teenager, so I don't give a damn. You can tell me all damn day long.
I mean, we were all 17 at one point.
Because when I was 17, baby, I was fucking. Hold on, look. Not like, the world, but I had a steady boyfriend.
I did, yeah.
And baby, I
only had Dominique Daddy, and clearly we weren't using it because she came.
Well, I was with that one that was on that scale, that ugly scale, that high ugly scale. And he was my boyfriend from junior year up until I was older.
I mean,
we were together 4 years. So.
I mean, yeah. So I had my high school crush, and girl, I mean, now it wasn't as enjoyable as it is now because I didn't know what I was doing, but I sure wouldn't.
Obviously, we thought that, but we was doing it live. It might not have been enjoyable, but we must have liked something about it because at a young age,
right.
So
I
was 18. Yeah.
I mean, so with that being said, it wasn't like I wasn't, so I wouldn't trust that you would come home, and if she would have asked if I was, I probably wouldn't have told her I was.
I don't know, because when I first did, I think my grandma probably asked right after I did, and I told her the truth. I didn't lie.
But your grandma, you have an open family, though. Which grandma?
No, hell no. I'm talking about Miss Gaines.
Oh, okay.
Not now, Miss Smith, on the other hand, would be like, I knew you was. Not her.
Okay.
The one that raised, she was, and I felt like, because she was strict as hell. And I didn't feel comfortable, like, telling, but when she asked me, I told the truth. I was like, I'm going to tell her the truth.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I would have told Dress Clyde.
I never told my mama, and she never asked, but I think she started assuming.
She knew.
So then, yeah.
She had to know. Y'all was spending the night over here together.
Yeah, but the first few times he spent the night, we didn't have sex, though.
That don't mean nothing, but if you spent the night.
Times, nigga, he was sleeping.
We didn't because I know. No, he was, but I'm talking about at first when it first started happening.
I mean,
it was just
period.
by accident. Like we were watching movies and he fell asleep. And then it's like, oh shit, it's the next morning. But yeah, of course she knew once we started.
Yeah.
Right.
We started spending the night.
I mean, if y'all had just assumed y'all was when he spent the night.
Yeah.
Like, birth control.
That would have been the first, after the first spent the night, you would have been on birth control with me.
That's probably what she did
And like the first time he spent the night, you falling asleep. Oh, y'all falling asleep watching the movie. No, it wasn't
the first time because we were dealing with each other, we were talking and stuff for like a year before we even had sex. So she put me on within that time frame. I think she
was pregnant.
No, this when I was 15, 16.
So did you come off like you only stayed on it for about a year?
Then?
I was on because I wasn't taking my pills every day. I was on birth control, but I was on the pill. and I wasn't taking my pills every day.
Okay.
I'm inconsistent. I'm still inconsistent with pills.
Okay.
Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's how I got pregnant. She did put me on birth control. That's why I didn't agree with the whole pill thing with my child, because I'm like, what if she missed today?
Exactly.
Like, we ain't got time.
Right. Understandable.
I think pills
Definitely
like for older people.
Yeah.
Like more responsible.
But that's the other part too. If I'm financially still responsible for you, I hate to say it because people are like, he treating her like property. But if I'm still financially responsible for you, I'm still paying for your college degree, I'm still paying for where you stay, then I'm gonna be paying for a baby. And I don't know that I want to be paying for nothing, because if you get pregnant, that's what's gonna happen. You and that baby gonna come on back over here.
That's why I said there gotta be something with the birth control thing. I would just put you on birth control because I'm not gonna be worried about that.
I wish we could put our sons on it.
I wish we could too.
They really need to come out with like a male.
But everybody can't be on birth control either, because I do know some women that just can't be on birth control. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It has to be, maybe it's something with the birth control,
right?
So that's my thing. It gotta be something with the birth control. I don't know, because I don't know about that.
Either way,
because I think financially, if I'm taking care of you, I believe that too. Like,
if I'm taking care of you,
obviously you can't take care of yourself.
Right?
I'm not taking
you
care
ain't
of
in no
babies.
space that you can take care of yourself. Then shit,
Okay.
I'm damn sure about to make sure that we ain't having none extra.
Okay.
Because he got enough kids as is. I'm not about to add to
he
the
got
crunch.
babies.
Right.
Shit.
And to me, when you get to that point, like where you start refusing it as my child, then that means you got the money to take care of your kid when it comes.
Obviously.
Right.
So don't ask me.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. So the next question was, or we wanted to talk about, was the mama who whooped her baby at the school. So what's your thoughts on that one?
I just think she went way overboard, and I didn't like the way she was talking to the kid. I mean, I get that the kid was probably bad and acting up in class, but I don't like the way she was like running up on him like he was some dude in the street, calling him nigga, and you gonna do this and you gonna do that. Like, I didn't like the way she was handling him, because to me she's attacking him too early at a young age. And I feel like the behavior that he was displaying at school, he getting it from her.
I can say maybe, okay, so this is the thing. I think she went overboard, because when I like watching her drag him out, baby, she was tossing that baby, tossing him, dragging him. She was tossing him around like he was a little doll, and then talking to him the way she was talking to him and whooping him. I think her intent was good. I just think she went overboard. So I think that maybe I also believe that some things you shouldn't do in front of people.
I don't know what her intent was.
I think her intent was, I told you, when I seen that video, I said, this woman fed up. She tired.
I think that was her intent to do exactly what she did, though.
Because, you know what, because my thing is, I'm going to say this, because I think she went overboard too. I feel her. I think the one, I don't know. For some reason, I take that this woman had a lot of, she was fed the fuck up. I promise you. I feel like she was fed up. She got a name tag on. She done told his ass 1,000 times. Like, don't make me fucking take off for work. Because I tell my kids that all the time when they was little. Listen, if I got to take off for work, I'm going to whoop your ass where you show that at. Now, did she take it over time? Because someplace you just can't do. You can't talk to kids. She, for one, she shouldn't have been talking to him like that.
First of all, she went into the cafeteria looking for him.
Yeah, she did. I would have.
And I would have did the same thing. But the way she drug him out of there.
The way she drug him out of there was out of line.
That baby could have choked.
My thing is, she did, like, the way she talked to him in front of, like, some things you just got to keep behind closed doors. It is the thing. You can't just be nigga. She was just like over the top.
And that's what I meant by attacking.
But maybe
I think her
but we don't
intentions
know.
was good.
I
maybe.
think her intentions were.
good.
I think her intentions were, get your ass in there. Don't have this woman call me no motherfucking more. Don't have this school texting me about your behavior no more. This teacher works too hard to teach you. Because you can hear all of that in what she was saying.
It's just the way
I just think she was not right in what she was saying. If you going to turn your work in, you going to get your ass in there, you going to do what you supposed to do. We all done had that same conversation with our kids. You just don't go to the school and drag your baby out of the cafeteria and have that conversation in front of the little lady in front of.
But then she beat the shit out of him. Then how many belts did she have?
She had one, but
that looked like there was more than one belt.
That was one.
I mean, he probably won't act like that again. And the teacher ain't go. Hold on,
I'm saying that woman fed up because she done whooped his ass somewhere before. That whooping, she didn't get it before.
Hold on, look. The teacher ain't gonna call her ass.
She said, I'm sorry.
because
teacher ain't gonna call no more.
Me and Dante talked about that woman ain't got that kid no more. Or none of the kids if she had them. DHS immediately removed them kids. I promise you that. Them
kids gone.
Them kids gone. Ain't no way that fucking video went viral like that and that woman still got her kids. Hell no.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. I think that her intentions were good. I think that she wants her kids to act right at school, to be respectful. I just think that sometimes the problem is we don't really teach appropriateness. I don't know that I would sit in front of nobody's in front of your school and call my baby 15 umpteenth niggas and nigga it's gonna be me and you, and I probably some shit you should do in close counters. You gotta do that shit at your house.
Yes. Of course, it was very inappropriate.
Right, you gotta do that shit at your house. Now I'm not saying that you ain't never got mad enough as a parent to do that shit, because I know I didn't got the text messages, the umpteenth text messages from school. I fortunately have a job where I can leave my job and go deal with my kid. But what if you one of the parents that got a job that you can't leave on a regular basis?
You gotta come up here and get it. What? You need to come up here right now. Oh, and
that's the 5th time this week that it's 5 days in a row, or 3 days. Yeah, let's not get to 5. That's
I
extreme.
get all that you mad and all that stuff, but still, at the bottom line, I don't care if she went up there.
No, the bottom line, it was inappropriate for her to do
at the school.
It is inappropriate for her to do anyway.
How she did them. The whole situation was inappropriate.
But I'm saying she could have just went about it a different way. Now, like I said, it just seemed like but hey, I mean, she was fed up.
I get her frustration.
I get her frustration because she just telling him like, this woman ain't got to do it. I get her. She just shouldn't have did it the way she did it. Her approach was horrible.
Her approach was really bad. And after I watched it, I was like, oh my gosh. Because
that little boy wasn't no more than 6 or 7.
Hold on, look, because then she turned around and she tried to be respectful to the teacher. The teacher damn near jumped up out of her skin. I was like, oh my gosh, she discussed
yes.
this
and
woman.
That woman went and reported.
And she don't even realize that she
if she didn't, somebody in that school did. She dragged
and it didn't matter if it wasn't nobody in the school. Somebody reported her.
And then people was like, well, she embarrassed him, but I think her intent was to embarrass him. I think it's a lot of times your parents.
She would have beat his ass in the class.
And a lot of parents have been in that space where you feel like, I need to embarrass your ass because clearly where you at because clearly you keep acting the way
I didn't tell my kid. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't tell my kid that you act up. I'm gonna embarrass you wherever you act up. You embarrassing me in front of this teacher, so obviously you want me to come in that classroom and embarrass you in front of them kids.
Right.
I don't even think they allow parents in the classroom somewhere.
Oh no, they do.
Oh, they
but
do.
you just can't.
I heard it was like some type of violation.
You just can't whoop ass in classroom. But I didn't took Anaya to class with a letter and made her in front of her class. Girl, this was just about a year ago. And made her stand in front of her class.
It do depend on the school.
Stand in front of her class and read that damn letter out loud, apologizing to her teacher because I can't beat your ass in school. Because I don't need them to call. But I'm a beat ass at home, and then I'm going to go to school and we're going to write this letter, and you're going to embarrass yourself. Because I do think sometimes kids need that. I don't necessarily know that he needed to be drugged and beat up like that, but I think that if you recognize your mama really don't play that shit, at some point you're gonna recognize your mama really don't play that shit.
But she was running up on him like he was a dude in the street, calling him nigga.
She definitely did.
Like,
that was horrible.
And maybe she's experienced other people in her life go down a wrong path, and she don't want her kids to go down that path either. It could be that's you didn't watch umpteen people in your life go down the wrong path,
but
and you don't really want that your kids.
Though no,
and I'm not saying it was the right approach. I said it was the wrong approach
a
long time ago. But I do believe that
maybe
there's
she
something
approached him.
behind
She
that.
been telling him she didn't took his phone. Or whatever the case, she done took his
the
little game.
Yeah.
She done said, you know what, you ain't playing that basketball game. You know, his Legos.
Right.
He was but you don't know kids at this age, at this point. Jaden had a phone at that age.
Right.
At 7? Yes,
Legend got a tablet.
Jaden had a cell phone at 7, yes. She's only 10.
Oh, wow.
She had a cell phone at 7, but it was a reason behind that. You know what I'm saying? But she had a cell phone at 7. So, or she might have said that he can't play that basketball game. She didn't did all that. All that didn't work. She approached it the wrong way, but this time she was like, all right.
I got something for your ass.
I get it. I got a middle child that frustrates the I mean, good kid, sweet kid, but he frustrates me sometimes, so I get it. And I'm saying frustrated as in I take everything and nothing phases him, and it is hard to deal with kids like that.
It is.
So I get it.
I mean, maybe
I
obviously,
get her frustration.
obviously she needs to go to some type of parenting class.
She
and maybe
does.
But
figure
parenting
out-
teaches you, don't really necessarily teach you, it teaches you coping skills more than it teaches you how to like, because they going to teach you timeouts. They going to teach you stuff that we going to be like, this shit ain't going to work because I done tried umpteenth of
Or
these.
what if you've never tried it, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if you just...
But if you've
don't
never
help?
tried it, if you've never tried it, that's one thing. But I'm gonna say to you this: in my experience, especially in his age, she would. But the older they get, it's not necessarily gonna teach you ways to deal with your kids. And I'm not saying, and it's not against the law. I don't know what state she was in, but it ain't against the law in the state of Oklahoma to whoop your kids as long as your kids don't have no mark. So at the end of the day, if that baby didn't have no marks on him, no matter how many times she hit him with that belt, if he didn't have no marks, she literally didn't violate nothing. She just embarrassed him and talked crazy to him.
Mental abuse.
But how many girl, mental abuse will be all right. You're gonna be
mental abuse is worse. I feel.
I don't think she mentally abused that baby.
I feel like she was.
He might be mentally abusing her at home.
We don't know.
Obviously,
We don't.
we
He
don't
might
know.
be mentally abusing
That's
that teacher.
that's one of them situations that you don't know.
Where he's just so damn bad.
Right, I was gonna say he
And
might
like
be
you
mentally
said, she
abusing
might.
that
I mean,
teacher.
I know people that got kids. I promise you that. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. You just don't know where to go from her. You didn't did all you can, and I'm again not saying that she's okay. I'm saying you didn't know all, and you sit in that room and you cried like, you know, I didn't did all I can. Like, what the hell? What else do I need to do? You didn't did the coping skills. You didn't took what you need, and he just bad as shit.
Yeah.
Like, where do you go from there?
Yeah, but
And
mine
he
ain't bad. I can't relate to that being bad. I'm just saying that's in turn in work. And so I'm frustrated on that level, but yeah,
I mean, because some kids is in school, they flopping, hopping, throwing shit at the teacher, call my mama, spitting at the teacher, hitting the teacher.
You know
we don't necessarily know.
If he that bad, that teacher probably was glad he had
Okay? No. Matter of fact, not to be telling, because I just talked to a parent the other day, and so she was like, her kid was acting up, you know, at school. So she was like, the teacher called her and was basically saying like he showed his ass at school, and she was like, I'm gonna call your mama. He was like, what did she say? He said, you know, I don't know if he said like, do what you gotta do, or okay, you know, it is what it is, or whatever. And so when she called the teacher called the mama the other day, the mama was like, oh, is that what he said? She was like, he got me, you know, she was like, she was like, and the teacher told her, she was like, you know, that just makes me want to whoop his ass. You know, because he know I don't play that shit. And the teacher said, shit, as bad as he was today, shit, I wanted to whip his ass. I'm telling you, that's what the teacher said. Bad as he was today. So you know he had to show his ass. You heard me? So that teacher, for her to say that, I said, I'm telling you, it'd be difference between them black teachers and white teachers. Them black teachers feel your pain. Like, whoop his ass, because ain't nobody gonna go visit him at the county jail but you.
Right.
Ain't nobody going to visit him at the county jail when
That's true.
Hey,
that's
And
true.
so at the end of the day, if she ain't leave no marks, she only hit him a couple times. That she drug him around like a little rag doll. But in all actuality, we probably would pick up just because it was on TV nationwide.
Exactly.
But really, to be honest with you, if the kids didn't have no marks, she wasn't leaving no marks on the kids. She don't whoop them on a regular basis. This is a one-time incident. We don't really know. Maybe she got real crunk at this time because when she left her office, they said this is the last time you can leave because she done left the last 3 weeks. She didn't have to leave 3 days out the week.
Okay.
And they said this itch, you about to lose your job. She might have been over the damn top with it.
over the top.
So clearly she has some frustration. She was taking into
she
that.
don't do that baby like that all the time.
I'm hoping she don't.
I hope she don't either.
She
But
probably do though.
You don't
She
know.
might.
Don't say she probably do. Hopefully she don't. Hopefully she was just really, I'm telling you,
Like
she was
frustrated.
frustrated. She was frustrated.
I say you can hear, like I said,
In her voice, she was frustrated. You know, and hopefully, because you don't get frustrated like that. You know, you don't take it to that level. Like, I get frustrated at my kids, and you know.
Okay, but why was the girl recording? So,
Because she knew that their mama was
she knew
finna
that
act
mama
up.
was about to go act
She
a
was.
fool.
She said, baby, I'm going with you. You finna go get Latavius?
and then why? No, and then did you hear the girl on the video after she whooped ass? She said, to the left, to the left. That's what she was
No,
singing.
she didn't.
Yes, when the mama was like, have a good day. And then the girl was singing, to the left, to the left.
Hell no. You not my fucking friend for posting that shit.
No,
whoever
you
the
ain't.
fuck was recording.
For real.
They done made these people get my kids.
You
like,
heard me?
what's wrong?
And she was running behind. Girl, you got me running behind you. Trying to do that fat girl. She was running behind her to get in that cafeteria and see that girl grab. She was looking all over for him. I mean, hey. Hopefully she don't do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And please don't post me. If I come over here whooping my daughter ass, Dante, don't post it. Like, you know.
And it's a time and place for everything, people. We black. We can't do everything. You can't.
Social media is not for everything.
And I feel some kind of way about calling your kids nigga in front of.
Calling your kids nigga, period.
Period. Not even in front of people. Don't call your kid nigga, period.
We didn't call, y'all done got frustrated and called your kids some things you probably shouldn't have called your kids. We're going to all act like, we're not going to act like we're perfect, but you ain't never called it to them. And you ain't never called it to them in front of nobody else. So that being said, you didn't got a little frustrated and it almost slipped out. It in some shit you wanted to say out of frustration.
But it's to them.
But don't say it to them, and I wouldn't say it to them in front of other people.
Exactly.
Don't turn them down like that. I don't think it's a possibility to you not really giving them any kind of esteem or self-esteem when you go in front of people and you turn them down like that. That's hard.
That's what I felt she was doing.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Nigga, I got you, nigga. It's me and you and me. And I felt like if we building up this baby and we saying you need to be here working and you need to be doing what you're supposed to be doing and you need to be in here, I feel like calling him a nigga in front of people like that just demeans him even more. He's only about 5 or 6. Like, we can't demean our babies.
No.
We got to build them up. They started our home,
black
right?
men in this world, girl.
We need them to be strong. You know, and the world is going to call them enough niggas. You ain't got to call them a nigga.
You ain't got to call them not one. You heard me?
Right. The world going to be enough. They're going to be every nigga in the book when they get out to this world. So I just feel like you can't be that person turn your kid down like that.
No.
Right. So that hurt me so much more than her dragging him, because I was like, damn, why she dragging him like that? But after she was, nigga, it's me and you, I was like, oh, Lord.
And I think that's
the whole situation bothered me, but yeah, definitely her calling, the way she was talking to him and in his face, that I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I didn't either. So, well, it's been a good conversation.
We have.
I'm sleepy.
I'm going to go home.
It's cold, but I'm about to go get in this bed because I got to work tomorrow. So, anyway, y'all know where y'all can get us. By the way, this is going to post right before our next live event. We got a live event on Monday, November 18th at the Ice Event Center. Please come out and support us. We'll have a couple of vendors out there as well. We got Bell Poetry so far. We have Shine Bright Cleaning Services. Home cleaning and organizing services, sorry. And then we also have Patchy.
I think it's Patch Happy, right?
Patch Happy, there you go. Each one of those vendors will be there at the event. Come help support them as well. We have Brandy, who's going to be on stage with us at the beginning, and also Kenyetta will be on stage at the beginning with us. We're talking about bad sex and female sexuality, as well as the bro and girl code. The bro and girl code actually comes from the Little Fizz and April ship going on. So we really want to kind of talk about that, get some some people's opinions and see how y'all feel about that situation. Mm-hmm. Is it right? Is it wrong? How y'all feel? Coming with your questions, because we definitely will have a Q&A like we did last time. Just come ready to have fun, drink, chill. It's Monday night. We promised to get you guys out. We were done by 9 o'clock last time. We'll be done by 9 o'clock this time.
We definitely will be done. Y'all, we got kids. So we ain't going to keep y'all long. You hear me? I got
Event starts at 7 o'clock. So you guys, and we will start sharp at 7:30 is when we start recording. We done by 9 o'clock. Promise y'all to be home and in the bed by 10. So come and support us. We will, again, you guys can catch us on Seattle Hip Hop Radio every Monday and Friday. 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Listen to that app. Download that app. You can listen to it also online. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcast. We are on Anchor, YouTube, and SoundCloud. We post a new episode every Sunday. So you can always go back and listen to old episodes on there as well. And we've started a repost. That kind of went pretty cool. We got maybe almost 40 listeners on the repost for the work episode.
Oh, did we?
I didn't even know what repost mean. I just be like, okay.
Well, we got, let me look now. Currently, we have 33 replays. So people went back and listened on it.
Okay.
They liked it. So repost. So what I did is took an old episode and just reposted it on our outlets so people could find it.
Oh, okay.
So the work wives and work husband, work wives episode, I just went and reposted it.
Gotcha.
So people didn't have to go back down and look for it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So
And my
it was
sister,
the
she
first
just
time.
listened to, she called me the other day about Djibouti, Africa with Roy.
Djibouti.
Yes.
Djibouti.
What did I say?
Djibouti, Africa.
I said Djibouti.
Yeah.
Djibouti, Africa.
I sounded it out. So Djibouti, Africa, whatever.
Yeah.
So she listened to that one and she talked about how funny it was.
Who
Yeah.
was?
My sister, she
Oh, okay.
about Roy.
I've been seeing her listen to. I've been seeing her little things come
Liking.
up.
Yeah.
The ones that she's been listening to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So-
So,
On
On SoundCloud.
oh, okay.
She listened through SoundCloud.
Okay.
So yeah. So like we'll try to do that every other week or maybe like once a month we'll
We
go
gotta
back and
repost
repost.
the toxic. That one.
Baby
You know, that
mama.
was a good one.
Yeah,
Everybody,
toxic moms,
yeah.
toxic dads. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All Mocha Tea Podcast. So if you look up Mocha Tea Podcast, it'll all come up. We are on. Oh, and then we have our Gmail. It's mochatea2018@gmail.com. If you have any inquiries, want to book us, that is the best way to get in contact with us. And we are out.
Peace.